Hey folks, Deano here again. This time taking a quick look at the reissue of Armoured Trunks. Yeah, just like the Vegeta, they've reissued Trunks with a new colour scheme and paint job for the hair, with the sort of semi-metallic look. So yeah, let's take a quick look at the box, shall we? So, usual from Tamashii at this point. You get a nice picture of Trunks there on the side. Super Saiyan Trunks going up and down the box. Infinite Latent superpower. For some reason Tamashii recently have loved putting subtitles on their figures. If you notice, not one of them is just called Super Saiyan Gohan or Super Saiyan Goku anymore. It always has to have a subtitle. So yeah, the new, in my opinion, inferior Tamashii seal of quality, because that can definitely be copied. Like, not that the bootleggers even care at this point. They just put out their fakes with nothing. Like, they just blank this entire section. But yeah, designed by Tamashii Nations in Japan, made in China. That's good. That means quality control will be decent. This one was distributed by Hio, one of the European distributors. And as per usual, because it's an official figure, that's why it's a bit late. The UK is currently horrendous for imports. They're always late. So yeah, some pictures in the back. Usual stuff. Get that out of the road. So yeah, let's take a look at what he comes with, which admittedly isn't a lot. It's enough, but it's lacking compared to the original, like, to be honest. So first off, comes with a pair of folded arms. This is the old style way of putting it on, so it's a bit of a pain in the backside, to be honest. But it's nicely painted, and there's very minimal paint bleed from the white to the blue. So yeah, he comes with a pair of grippy, what would he even use a Trunks with these kind of hands? Because the burning attack he uses is splayed out hands. But yeah, we'll just call these Gallic gun hands for now. And a pair of Key Blast splayed open hands for his burning attack. So yeah, quite nice. And he comes with 3 faces. You've got the standard one, which is on him in the package. One thing I will say is these are far superior to the original faces. There's a lot more detail, just like the Vegeta. But yeah, really liking the stern face on him. He also comes with a teeth gritted face. You will notice the eyebrows are actually painted gold, which I don't think they did for Vegeta. I think Vegeta's was just yellow. Not entirely sure. Either way, it didn't stand out as much as these, put it that way. And a full-on yelling face, which, to be honest, this yelling face is a far superior look to the original. I mean, look at that. The original, his eyes were like round the side of his head almost. But yeah, and that's all he comes with. Like I said, it's a bare bone release, but then it is one of their cheaper releases. They were just wanting to, I imagine, get a new Trunks and Vegeta out there, just to pad out people's Cell Saga, Android Saga displays before they start releasing the new stuff, starting with Gohan. Yeah, as you can see, same sort of semi-metallic hair as they put on Vegeta. I really, really like this. I wish all the Super Saiyan hair sculpts were like this. There's even a little bit of shading in the middle in the same sort of metallic paint. Yeah, if Tamashii done it like this for all of them, I'd be very happy, to be honest, because it's the right combination. The colour makes it look like the Cell Saga hairstyles. They were always blonde, not deep yellow. And yeah, the metallic also makes it look as if he's powered up. So yeah, good combination there. The blue is a much better blue. It's a royal blue instead of the sort of purple colour that we got before, which is much appreciated. The armour is also much more accurate. This is still brown, but it's more of a goldy brown than a mud brown sort of thing. And the white is sort of off-white now, instead of the bright white that we had. So yeah. Apart from that, he doesn't really have much paint to show. The brown part there, his forearms and his head are pretty much the only painted parts. That tiny wee joint there is painted. But yeah, let's do a quick comparison with the original. I do apologise. My original, the arms are modified. The shoulders are from the Vegeta to give him a more bulky look. I did have the demoniacal fit head on him before this review. So yeah, as you can see, differences here are quite noticeable. So yeah, you've got the matte hair there, the purples, darker brown, and the lighter white. So yeah, I like both, but I prefer the colour scheme on this guy, 100%. You can also see, like, that's the only thing I'm sad that we lost with this reissue, apart from the powered down hair, his base form. We don't get that with this new figure. But I do still wish we had the eyes looking off to the side. I thought that looked really cool. The new one is really good. I much prefer the detail on this one. I just wish we had a looking off to the side face. It wouldn't have cost them that much more, would it? Because this is essentially the base form face, when you think about it, that they've given us. So yeah, in terms of articulation, standard for a 2.0, he can look up about that much. His ponytail gets in the way. You could probably get a little bit more if it wasn't. Can go down, but the faces do tend to pop off a little bit. Side to side, and a little bit of pivot, but it's just a ball hinge, the standard older style neck peg. So yeah, the actual neck itself doesn't move all that much. It moves slightly, but not enough to matter. Shoulders can go up that far, unimpeded. Swivel. He does have a butterfly joint, which does actually do quite a good job, and it's the right colour. But yeah, that does pretty well, to be honest. That's at normal. So yay, a butterfly joint that actually does what it's supposed to do. Bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow, ball hinge at the wrist, the ab section is one of the pull-up styles from the 2.0 era. Once you pull it up, you can go forward that much. You can go back a fair amount, but there's a massive gap obviously. So that's him normally. We do have swivel at the waist. It can also do that weird thing that Vegeta figures can do, where the waist can go forward and back to put him in a more heroic pose, I suppose. Legs can go up about that far. There is a little bit of resistance there. The cap is in the way. There we go. So we can get up that far. Double joint at the knee. Because it's a 2.0, which does have better range backwards, you can do that. Thigh swivel. No boot swivel, but you do have it down here. It's the horrendous Vegeta feet, which I hope they fix. Did they actually fix it on the new Namek Vegeta? I'll have to go back and check. Yeah, double ball peg. Gets barely any range. And toe articulation. So yeah, reason I hate those feet more than anything else, like even more so than the Goku one, which is a similar design, is that on the Saiyan armor bodies, it tends to get loose. Like my original Trunks is very loose at the ankle, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah, because it's the exact same ball joint as the original Trunks, you can still pop on the demoniacal fit head. I do really like that. Let's get rid of that nasty face. The only reason that yelling face is on it is because I had to put the stern face back on the normal head. So yeah, just for review purposes. And there, I would say that looks pretty damn good. The new faces with the demoniacal fit head, quite nice in my opinion. And obviously, because this is just a reissue, you can also do the mod that I done with Trunks and swap out his shoulders with Vegeta to give Vegeta a more natural Super Saiyan look, while at the same time making Trunks look buffed up in this form as he should. So there's the new stern face with that, which that looks amazing in my opinion. Looks really good. And finally, might as well do it for all three of the new faces to show what it's like. The full-on yelling face. And yeah, that looks good too. So yeah, all in all, definitely one I recommend. I have noticed, for those of you who still want the old demoniacal fit head sculpt, there appears to be either a reissue hovering about, or a straight up copy of demoniacal fits. So I can't attest to the quality of it if it is just a straight up copy, but they are out there. I have seen them on AliExpress. So yeah, I've also seen like one of the stores has started selling like the short hair look for Trunks with the armor. It's got the same peg system as these, so these heads would work it. So yeah, if those turn out to be legit, look forward to a review of that in the future. But yeah guys, that'll do it for this review. I'll see y'all later.